So, one point that my opponent made was that immigrants needed to learn English or somewhere along those lines, and said that it became difficult for them to learn English even though they resided here for several years. I know a lot of people who have taken or who had the privilege of having education to learn Spanish for 4 years or French for 4 years, and to this day they still don't really know the language. You have to remember that these immigrants they're coming to a strange country and they're doing it all on their own with little to no help. I guess immigrants do have, I wouldn't say necessarily the same rights as legal citizens do, but they don't have the same opportunities given to them as everyone else would. So another point that they made was that they would provide political asylum to children. Well, this wasn't really the case around 10 years ago with 5-year-old Elian Gonzalez. He was found floating alone on an inner tube near Miami after trying to escape the Castro regime. His mother died on the ride with him, and he became the uproar of illegal immigrants living in the U.S. And Elian wanted to gain the new life his mother wanted for him, but he was taken custody when federal agents armed with submachine guns forced their way to seize this motherless 6-year-old. Now, I don't really say that coming into a household with all these guns just to deport this 6-year-old is necessarily correct. So imagine that, but multiply around 2 million, referring to Trump, how he said he would deport parents of U.S. citizens, but keep families together, so therefore deporting the children as well. It's, like I said before, it's kind of impractical and insane. Besides that, immigrants, he did make a statement saying that illegal immigrants do have tax contributions. So, according to the ITEP, the Institute on Taxation and Economic Policy, undocumented immigrants contribute significantly to state and local taxes, collectively paying an estimated $11.84 billion in 2013. The effective state and local tax rate for undocumented immigrants nationwide is about 8%. So therefore, granting lawful permanent residence to all or most 11.4 million undocumented immigrants and allowing them to work in the U.S. legally will actually increase their state and local tax contributions by an estimated $2.2 billion a year. So if economy isn't the problem, and I doubt that space is the problem, the whole debate on this, I could kind of say, okay, well, to close off, kind of stems from racism, I would say, on the tangent. And since I only have 30 seconds left, ultimately, the danger to the American way of life is not that we will be overrun by those who do not look like us or do not yet speak our language, referring to the takes forever to learn English. The danger will come if we fail to recognize the humanity of these illegal immigrants, if we withhold them from the opportunities we take for granted, and create a servant class in our midst. Because America can only prosper when all Americans prosper. Because we're all Americans, we rise and fall together, and yeah, they're trying to escape from crime. I don't know, I'm sorry, I'm trying to tie this up nicely, but it's not working out. That's it.